concept les amis, dans le studio de la personne qui fera l'interview avec moi quoi, t'as compris. Et pour cette première, je dois dire qu'on commence plutôt fort.
This is probably an advice that not a lot of producers give. Energy goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, and then stays at a certain level, it's fine. But if it drops, then there's something wrong. I'm really amazed by a new plugin. I'm gonna show you guys how I treat my drums to make it more groove.
Aujourd'hui, on reçoit Alon, ghost producer depuis plus de 10 ans. Il est à l'origine du projet Yearboox, vous êtes d'ailleurs peut-être tombé sur ce son sur TikTok. Un mélange de DM et des musiques des années 50 que j'ai personnellement adoré. Quel énorme kiff! Et d'ailleurs, à l'heure où vous voyez cette vidéo, son nouveau titre, Graceland, est déjà sorti. Je vous mets évidemment tous les liens dans la description pour aller streamer tout ça très très fort. Ça a été un échange incroyable, il a été super généreux dans tout ce qu'il a partagé. Alors l'interview a été réalisée en anglais, mais ne vous inquiétez pas. Enfin si, inquiétez-vous de mon accent anglais, mais à part ça, ça devrait bien se passer. Si vous parlez pas un mot d'anglais, vous allez complètement pouvoir suivre, je vous ai soit sous-titré, soit doublé tout ce qu'il fallait. On va parler de son parcours, de ses secrets de prod, on va voir sa manière de transformer une idée. Il m'a même partagé un petit tips de production sur ses drums. Le gars sait de quoi il parle, donc vraiment ne passe pas à côté de ça. Alors c'est parti, bienvenue dans le studio de Yearboox. Thank you, Yearboox, to be here with us.
Thank you for having me.
To people, for have a little context, I was scrolling like a lot of people on TikTok, and I find your sound, the last you post, I thought to myself, hey, let's contact this guy and let's talk with him about his music, about the sound, and share with my communities.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for having me, and thanks for asking. And I'm upcoming, and the sound is doing well online, so it's coming out in 2 days from now.
Oh,
so
cool.
Let's see where that brings me. Let's just see and hope and pray to God that it blows up.
The song really deserves it. Yeah. Really cool.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So could you tell us, for those who don't know you, where are you from? Mm-hmm. Where did you get into music? And what's the artist that inspired you? And when did you come into music?
So I started this whole thing when I was 9 years old, actually. I knew from, so I took drum lessons back then. And I knew from the very start that I really wanted to do music. But back then I wanted to play in bands. So I was playing in bands and figured out that there was always a reason for the bass player, the key player, to not show up to the repetitions. Sorry. So I thought, I'm gonna do it on my own, and I'm just gonna do it alone, and let's see where that brings me. So I started writing songs, playing guitar, producing songs, like when I was, let's say, when I was 20 years old, maybe. So that was 2016. And then I started touring with a friend of mine. His name is Yannick, and he had a huge hit with Lost Frequencies. And from there, it just kept going. So I had my collaboration with Tiesto, with Cyril. Cyril is a well-known producer too in France. By his hit, what's his name? Stumbling In. I think you'll know when you hear it. But and then I figured out, like, I'm just gonna do it on my own, and I'm gonna start this Yearboox project, because I feel dance music is a bit generic sometimes, and I really want to put some soul back into the dance music. So I figured out, let's try to combine 1930s music with 2025 music, and let's see where that brings me. And yeah, the sound blew up, and I have a couple of songs ready to go in that style. And yeah, that's it. And I'm from Amsterdam. That's me too.
That's really what catch me in your music, is that blend between, old music, 80s, 50s, and that dance music. So in fact, you start as a musician, as a real musician, not with Ableton or thing like that. You're a real player at first time.
Yeah. So I play drums, I play piano, and I play piano, guitar, and I sing. Yeah.
Oh, you sing too?
And I sing too. And I did like all the what's that called, conservatory. So I did music education too. So I'm really into music theory and all that stuff. So yeah, that's where the yearbook sound came from. It's just more soul and more musical stuff to it than just generic music. Yeah.
Okay, that's so cool. Right now, you work with DAW. Are you in Ableton, in FL Studio?
I'm in Logic Pro.
Oh, okay. Since a long time,
Logic
or you
Pro.
switch between DAW before?
I've tried Ableton for a month or so, just to keep up with people, because I used to be a ghost producer, so I wanted to keep up with the Ableton users, but it's just not my DAW. I really love Logic, and I'll stick to Logic, and I've been producing in Logic for, let's say, 6 or 7 years, and I'm just so used to that DAW that I want to stick to it. I love Logic
Yeah,
Pro.
you have your habits, and maybe you as a musician, that's more in the logic from.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like more live music to it. I mean, there's Ableton Live too, but I just try to put organic music in my electronic music, so it's a combination of those two. And
Okay.
yeah.
You learn music at a conservatory as a musician, and did you learn music production in a school or something, or you do on all this on your
Uh,
own for the production?
so I taught it myself. Yeah, I taught it myself. So I started this as a hobby, obviously, and
Okay.
that hobby became a passion. And from that passion, like I'm doing this all day. So except like instead of doing video games, I'm producing music. So it's a hobby still, but it's becoming a career.
Now you live from your music. That's your work.
Yeah,
That's your living. Okay.
yeah, that's my living. Yeah, I'm making a living out of it now. Yeah, for sure.
For that Yearbox project, did you work with a label on your own, and that's your own project? You don't have any structure that support that project?
Since I uploaded the Paris and Rome snippet, labels reached out to me, and
Okay.
just today I signed a deal with Universal.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so
congrats.
it's really great for Paris and Rome, and they are releasing it on Friday. So I'm happy, and it feels really good. A good team, and glad that it's coming this Friday, and I hope people will love it. So yeah,
I
I'm
think they're
I'm
gonna love.
signed for this track with Universal. It's new to me, but hope it works out well.
I hope you so.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
So if you're good, I love to go a little deeper in your process of production, of creation. When you start a new track, what do you
Yeah.
usually do? Is it that first as you're a musician with a piano, guitar, or on Logic? What's your process most of the time?
I see. So most of the time I have this melody in my head. So let's say I'm showering and there's a melody, and then I'll record it on my iPhone.
Okay.
And with that melody, I'll try to add some lyrics to that. So
Okay.
just hum in and see where that goes, and then I'll add lyrics to it. And from there, when I think like, okay, this is like a really good hook, I'll try to make a full song structure. And from there, I'll record it and play guitar with it, and I start doing drums and bass because I feel drum and bass are the most important to my music.
Yeah.
Let's say even house music. That makes you swing. That makes you want to go to the dance floor. And so
Yes.
yeah, so then you have like drums and bass, and from there I'll just put like not much, but just slight elements into my project. So it sound less is more is the motto. Like I want to keep it really simple, but it has to sound really big. So with just a few elements and ingredients, I try to sound like big and massive. And yeah, so that's actually my way to create.
When you say, if I think the melody is good, I push the process. How did you say, yes, that's good, that's not good? What's make you feel, yes, that's the right melody
Yeah,
to push, or
it's just a certain feeling that it's hard, that's really hard to explain. It's just a certain feeling in your stomach that you just know when it's there. You just know, okay, this is amazing. And so when you have like there is a certain a range where your energy goes. So if the energy goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, and then stays at a certain level, it's fine. But if it drops, then there's something wrong. And I feel it's just a feeling. I don't know. I can't really explain, but it's just a feeling. You know when you feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just know
Cool.
it when it's there.
So when you create, did you have those moments when you're stuck on a production or you blocked, you don't know how to move forward? And what's the solution? Or did you just give up the project? Is there something that you do to go forward or you just stop and
Oh
move
yeah.
to something else?
So yeah, there is. So I do that almost every time. Like I jump between projects. So I work on 3 projects at the same time, actually. Because when I stay
Okay.
in one project, I feel like I'm getting like bored. Isn't the same? Isn't like I wouldn't say bored, but I have to jump
Like some
between
habits?
projects. Yeah, to stay
Yeah,
inspired.
okay.
Yeah, so and then I learn, like, let's say from project one, and I put what I learned from project one, I put that in project three, and so on. So I hope that makes sense. But I never stay in one project because that's like to keep the creativity going. I have to jump to other
Okay.
projects.
And so
Yeah,
each project are an inspiration for each other and they grow together. They're
yeah.
all interconnected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're in some way connected to each other. Like I always like the next couple of songs that's all worked on at the same time.
That's not the way I used to work, and that's a really interesting process. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing
yeah,
this.
it keeps you going. It keeps you going. So I would recommend to try if you're having a writing block. That's how they call it, right? Writer's block or
Yes,
whatever. Then
yes.
just try to jump onto next projects and see where that brings you.
Did you now? I think the past years you work a lot with other people, so on projects.
Yeah.
And now for this new project, Yearboox, you work on your own. That you're the only person that I do the song. So
I'm the only one who is doing the production, and sometimes I write songs with a friend of mine, and
okay.
he helps me with putting some lyrics to the melodies. He is amazing at that. Actually, his name is Yannick, like I told you, and yeah, so he helps me with lyrics sometimes, not all the time, but
Okay.
yeah. So he's amazing too.
If you're good now, I love to take a little tour of your studio, the gear
Yeah.
you love to use, maybe the plugin, the thing that you love the most in your studio and you use the most for production.
So I have I don't know the full name, but I have vocal speakers like the
Okay.
solo ones, really good ones. I just bought them from a friend of mine. I have the Apollo Twin by Universal Audio, so that's the interface. I just use a simple Akai MPK mini keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I can bring that on I wouldn't say tour, but when I go like to
Yeah, to
friends or whatever
travel.
to travel, yeah, then I can bring that, so that's easy. And then for my low end, I used subsequent
Oh,
25 by Moog,
so cool.
so that
Okay.
was great. And for pianos, I used the Contact piano, just simple with the weight keys, and it's just simple, and my vocal headphones.
Oh, yeah, okay. And you do your own recording for guitar with the Apollo Twin, guitars and synths, all goes to the Apollo Twin and you do your own record. You don't go to a studio to do the take or something
No,
like this?
I'll record most of the time. I'll record in MIDI and I'll transfer it to audio. So
Okay,
just with Serum 2, I don't know if you
okay.
heard of that one, but that's a VST, a synthesizer that I use. And yeah, I just made a sound bank of all my tweaks and all my presets I use, and it's so easy. So yeah, I used to just I'll use MIDI all the time, and then I'll transfer it
Okay.
to audio. That's my go-to. I use that all the time. It's such a good synthesizer.
Is there one piece of gear in that actual studio or in the past that make something change in the way you produce? That's something that you have one day and you say, "Oh, that's amazing. That's simple. That's more okay with my workflow," or something like this.
mean like with the gear I have, or do you mean with plugins I use?
It could be a gear, it could be a plugin, something that when you had it,
So,
you say, oh, that's something open for
so
you.
yeah, actually, so I'm really amazed by a new plugin. It's by what's their names? Mastering the Mix, and
Yeah.
that's a company that does amazing work on really simple but really well done plugins. And they just collaborated with David Guetta and Nicky Romero. It's called Faster Master, and what it does is basically it masters your track in just a few seconds by just listening to it, and it's amazing for getting your demos to sound great before sending it to labels or before posting it on TikTok. So that
Okay.
helped a lot because, but when I release, I'm just asking someone, yo, could you please master this track because it needs human touch. But for a demo or for a TikTok post, it's perfect to use Faster Master by David Guetta and Nicky Romero.
You don't do the mastering or only for a fast share. You have engineers that do that for you. But did you do your own mix?
I actually mix and master myself, but when it comes to like if I do everything on my own, my ears are too used to it. And some like if ears from my friends hear it, they could come up with some new ideas to the track and make
Yeah,
it
okay.
even better maybe. So if they do, I'll use it, and otherwise I'll just master it myself. But I can do both. I always love to give it out of my hands for just new persons to hear it and come up with ideas.
Could you share with us some technique tips or tricks that you love to use in your production?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna show you guys how I treat my drums to make it more groovy and tight. It's a super simple plugin. It's not like I'm Skrillex or whatever, but I'll make it work and I'll show you what I do to my drums, and yeah, it makes it just sound more like full and better. As you can see, I have a hi-hat loop. It's simple, but it's very effective. This is the loop. And there's a lot of air in there and a lot of space even. And I want that to sound tight and groovy. So what I do is I'll go to Smack Attack. It's by Waves. It's a transient shaper. And it should be on 0. And I'll just play it. And then I'll adjust at the spot. So I'll adjust till I reach the sweet spot, and that's around 60. And then it sounds tight and groovy. I'll add some white claps to this. And then kick. Yeah, that's how I do it.
Thanks for sharing all this. It's already really big, so thanks a lot for this. I would love to talk with you about all these changes that are coming in music industry, like social media, like AI. How do you say ER in English?
AI.
AI. My English
Yeah,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
bad.
No, it's good. You're doing great. No worries. You're doing great.
When you thought about these tools, what's your feeling about it? Is that something that's gonna push everybody forward, or something that could be a threat for music?
I don't really mind it. I think it's just the same as it was like 20 years ago when CDs were going to be downloads. It's just a new wave, and I'm all here for it. And I mean, I'll just go with the flow. If it's the new producing, I'll go with it, and let's see. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I love AI, to be honest.
Did you use on your production? Did you use something that you find in AI or Suno or something like this, or you know that's existing? And
There's no AI, no.
how do you think it could came in your production, in our dose or things like that?
I actually don't really know yet, but let's say like maybe in the future it could be a producer buddy. Like if you're not having any like what I do, like jump in between projects. Maybe for somebody else it works like, oh, let's ask AI for some inspiration. So I'm just watching. I'll see where it goes, and yeah, let's just go with the flow, and I don't really mind AI. It's fine.
I think it's maybe kind of the same when digital audio station came. All musician
Yeah.
and all studio recording studio could be afraid of making everything in a laptop or something like that. And finally, we work and we mixed everything. So I think AI is gonna be something more to add to the way we produce. Maybe make opportunities to people who are not really musician but are creative too. And
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see. We'll see.
So if it's AI assisted, I would say go for it. But if it's AI generated, so there's then it's like AI made it. But if you're like, let's say, come up with a melody and you tell AI, yo, could you please make a guitar line out of this, and he does that well, then I find, okay, you made it yourself, but you used AI to your advantage. But if you're gonna make AI make your songs, then I'm like, come on, dude. Like, there's real musicians out here trying to make a career. Then screw AI. You know what I mean? Like, so it's double. I love and hate it.
I think it's gonna depend about the people who use it. As always, if it's about money, we're gonna have some people who use it at the wrong destination just to make more money. But I think real
100%.
artists can find, you know, that thing you have when you create something, when you come with a new song, that's something you create by yourself, that's
Yeah,
something that you feel. You can replace it with a prompt on AI. I think there's something different. So if people want to make music, they will still use guitar, piano, sampler,
yeah,
things like that. And people who are
yeah,
gonna use AI, at my sense, just to generate a full song and 30 seconds, that
yeah.
they don't want to feel what we feel when you make a song. And I think that's something AI can replace.
Exactly, exactly. I'm 100% with you on that opinion. I'm 100% with you, and as long as it's AI assisted, so if you just use it to like help you in a certain way, then it's fine. Then I'm gonna probably use it myself in the future too. I'll see where it goes. I'm not afraid. Like the human touch to music is the most important thing, and as long as I put my heart and my soul into my own music, I'm not afraid that AI would replace me at any time. Nah, that's all good.
We'll see. We're on it.
We'll see where it goes.
We're getting slowly to the end of this interview, and that's what's so cool.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot again. As you know, I have a YouTube channel where I share to people how to create music and produce with the tools that we have.
yeah.
What could you say to those who are starting? What's most important advice you can give them,
So
you can tell them?
this is probably an advice that not a lot of producers give, but I'm convinced that that's something that helps me a lot. Don't use any reference tracks. Just start with your own creativity, and don't listen to music. Don't think like I'm gonna make a song like that. Just start with your creative process from zero, and that's where Yearboox brought me. Like, I came up with all these songs because I didn't use any reference tracks. And if you want to be a trend producer, and I'm not saying that I am, but if you want to be a trend producer who's like someone that's gonna be copied instead of copying anyone, my opinion is don't use any reference tracks and just go with your own creativity.
That's so cool because, as you say, not that much people say that at the first at the
No,
first time.
not at all. Yeah, so that's why, like, probably nobody agrees, or maybe a couple agree, but yeah, I feel like that's my magical touch to, I wouldn't say magical touch, but that's what brings me the most inspiration, is to just not do a reference.
When you do that, you start with no reference, but did you have a vision of an idea of what you're gonna do, or you start from nothing, you just try anything, and sometimes at certain points you say, oh, that's cool, let's go in that direction?
Yeah. Yeah, so there is a vision. My vision is like, I really love how music was treated back in the 1920s and 1930s. Like, the harmonics were better, The lyrics were so romantic, and it felt like people had way less stress back then. Like it was just a bit more romantic in some way. So the vision was really to bring that feeling to my music, but make it sound like 2025, and a combination between the 100 years that passed by, because it's 100 years ago. And yeah, so that was the vision, and it just clicked in some way. I can't explain what, but I put it on God, and yeah, it just clicked, and the vision was there, and the rest is history, I think.
Hope a big history for you.
Oh, I hope so. I'm really gonna pray for it. I hope so. I really hope so. But let's see. Like I'm proud of the result anyway. So even if it doesn't blow up, I'm happy with releasing it, and I hope you guys from France are loving it too. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll have a show soon in France, and you're all invited then. And yeah,
Oh, you
let's see
will
where it
tell me
goes.
so I could tell people to go to see you. And maybe I,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
could go to see you too.
You're 100% invited. If it happens, you're the first one.
That would be
So
so
yeah.
cool. Just one
Yeah.
last question before we end up. So,
Mhm.
what's the biggest mistakes you think you've done on your way to be where you are today?
The first thing that comes to mind is not really production, but it is music. Just read your contract.
Okay.
Read the contract, get a lawyer, and even if it's like much money to spend on a lawyer, because they're really expensive, but it's so necessary, because I've signed a couple of deals that I like shouldn't have signed, because I was lazy and I didn't want to spend money on a lawyer, so I just signed it, and that was stupid. But you learn from it, and yeah, just read the contract, know what you're signing, and the other advice or mistake would be maybe just try to do it on your own, maybe just independently, because
Okay.
that's cool to say too. Like I'm an independent artist, but yeah.
Thanks a lot. Can you tell us when people can find your music, everything where we can
Yeah,
get in touch with you and your
for
music?
sure. So you can reach me on TikTok under the name Yearboox with an X on the end instead of KS. And like my music is out on like this Friday, so November 7th. On TikTok, on Instagram, you could reach me.
Or people
Yeah,
could find the link below to follow you and to listen to your music.
yeah, for sure. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the interview, and I hope my tips helped a little.
They could tell us in the comments. That's what
Yeah.
a really great and brightful exchange. So thanks a lot. Really, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed the interview. It was great.
That was a pleasure. Thank you, Yearboox.
Thank you.
Un énorme merci à Yearboox pour ce partage, c'était hyper inspirant, hyper intéressant. Je vous mets tous les liens pour aller le suivre et l'écouter et lui donner de la force dans la description pour son premier projet solo. J'espère que cette discussion vous aura donné des clés concrètes pour avancer dans vos propres projets musicaux et peut-être une bonne dose de motivation pour vous y remettre tout de suite. Si vous avez aimé ce nouveau format, dites-moi en commentaire quels artistes vous aimeriez voir dans le prochain épisode. Je fais ce que je peux avec mes moyens, mais on sait jamais, peut-être qu'en les taguant ou autre, on aura le plaisir de recevoir de grands noms sur cette chaîne. Je nous le souhaite, les amis. Et puis si vous avez envie de structurer votre process, progresser plus vite et enfin terminer et publier vos morceaux, n'oubliez pas, vous pouvez récupérer vos accès pour la masterclass offerte. Pareil, les liens sont en description. Vous avez aussi tous les liens si vous souhaitez vous former avec moi. Tout est juste en dessous. Si tu veux rien louper, évidemment, tu t'abonnes. Ce serait trop con. Non, vraiment, ce serait dommage, je te le dis. Tu t'abonnes, tu me fous un petit pouce en l'air, et puis tu me boostes cette vidéo. Voilà, un petit coup de boost, ça n'a jamais fait de mal à personne. Bon, eh bien, tu me boostes cette vidéo. J'espère qu'on refait ce format très vite. D'ici là, les amis, bonne prod et très gros bisous.